Here we have the Spring Garden Blend, which is a blend of jasmine and pandan, helping you to cool down your body and find relaxation. So are you ready to find out what element we'll be tapping into with this tea? Grab your mat, grab your tea, and let's do some yoga. We'll be connecting to the element of water by finding fluidity in our movements as well as in our body through a nice, deep, juicy stretch flow, which will leave your body feeling both renewed and refreshed. Just like the beginning of spring when the garden starts to bloom. So whenever you're ready, meet me on the mat. And we will get started here. Let's take a couple of shoulder rolls. So rolling your shoulder back, nice big rolls here. On the inhale, shoulder comes up towards your ears, and exhale down towards the back. And then we're gonna roll them forward. Good. Then coming to standing here, feet about hips width apart. You're just going to twist your body to the left and to the right. Allow your arms to swing, finding free movements with your body here. Your heel comes off the mat as you find your twist. Great. Moving on to the next warm-up. We're gonna come standing with our feet hips width apart. Inhale, you reach your arms up as if you're expanding up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale to reach all the way up. 4 more rounds. Exhale to come down. Inhale to expand and exhale, bring it all down. 2 more rounds. Inhale to expand. Exhale, release. And last round here. Inhale, expand. And exhaling, release. Inhale, come back to center. Bring your feet about hips width apart. You're gonna reach your arms up nice and tall. Bring your palms together, finding that yogi's gun with your hands here, as if you're like Charlie's Angels. Pointing your index finger up towards the sky, finding length through the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, lean towards the right side, pointing the fingers towards the right, feeling the stretch through the left side of your body. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return back to center. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, lean towards the left side. Feel the stretch through the right side of the body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Open your arm out nice and wide, feet hip width apart into cactus arm, pushing your elbows towards the back. Inhale to lift your heart up, open your chest up a little bit more, look up towards the sky. Then sweep your hand behind your back, interlace your fingertips, press the heel of your palm together if you can. Roll your shoulder back on the inhale, opening your chest up. Feeling your shoulders nice and wide, your collarbones spread out. On the exhale, bend your knees nice and deep and roll your body forward. Bring your chest closer towards the thighs. Bringing your interlaced hands overhead as if you want to touch the mat in front of you. Relax here, release here into the shoulders. Breathe here. You can keep your knees bent or start to straighten them out. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, we're going to bend into the right knee, straighten our left leg, and twist towards the left side. So bringing your right shoulder closer towards the right knee, maybe looking towards the left or over your left shoulder. Coming back to center, straighten the right leg and bend the left knee, twist towards the right side. Left shoulder comes to meet the left knee, perhaps. 2 more rounds on each side, going at your own pace here, twisting towards the left. Right shoulder meets the right knee. And twisting towards the right, left shoulder meets the left knee. 1 last round. Right shoulder meets the right knee, twisting left. Left shoulder meets the left knee, twisting right. Good. Releasing, coming back to center. On the exhale, release both hands down onto the mat. Falling forward like a waterfall. Maybe your palm comes to catch the mat, maybe not. We're just going to take a couple of moments here to relax in our forward fold. You can find a slight bend into the knees or as deep as you wish. Your hands can fall forward or you can catch your opposite elbow. And from here, I want you to relax your neck, relax your head. Maybe it helps to draw some circles with your head. Maybe nod your head yes, maybe shake your head no. Just imagine that from your waistline, all of your entire upper body is falling forward heavily, like a waterfall. Maybe you sway left and right, finding fluidity here in your movements as you find some stillness in your mind and in your breath. Allowing any energy that flows through your body to just flow naturally like water. And whenever you're ready, releasing both hands down onto the mat. If they don't quite catch the mat, that's okay. We find our halfway lift. Fingertips planted onto the mat or onto the shin. Roll your shoulders back, lengthen the spine forward. Maybe you look forward here. Pull your chest forward, straighten into the leg. Feel the stretch down the back side of your hamstrings. Good. On the exhale here, we plant both palms down. You're going to step your right foot towards the back, land your right knee down onto the mat. Either your right toes are tucked or untucked, your choice. Align your left knee over the left ankle. Rise up into low lunge here. Interlace your palms together and press the palm onto the left thigh. We're going to sink our hips down, lean back, pushing your body away from the left thigh. Roll your shoulders down, spread wide across the collarbone as if you're opening your chest, your heart to receive light and love from the universe. Hold here as you sink your hips down a little bit more. Feel the stretch in the right hip flexor here for 5, 4, 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2. Good. On 1, we're going to reach both arms overhead. Look past beyond your fingertips. Then the right hand is going to come down either on the right side of the body, or if you can't quite reach the ground, you can find a block or place it onto the left leg. Left side of the body. Left hand comes down. Reach your right arm up, lengthen up, and lean towards the left side. Feel the stretch through the right side of the body. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your right hand down onto the mat. Bring your left hand down onto the mat. Shift your hips back. Flex your left toes. Straighten into the left leg if possible. If not, that's okay. Keeping your hips over your knees. Inhale to lengthen up, coming into our half split. If you find your left leg is bent, that's fine. If you find that you can't reach the mat, you can find a block and prop yourself on top of the block, or if that's still a little inaccessible for you, if you don't have the prop, you can bring your hand onto your waist. Inhale to lengthen the spine up and exhale, fold forward. Trying to keep that balance here. Just feel the stretch on the back side of the left leg. If your hands are on the mat, exhale, see if you can fold down a little bit deeper. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. We're going to plant our right palm down and inhale to lift the left arm up. On the exhale, bring your left hand down. Shift your hips forward. Right hand comes into the same line with the left foot. You're going to sweep the left arm open towards the back side of the mat. Finding your lizard lunge twist here. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you find a bend into the right knee and grab a hold onto the foot or onto the ankle. If you have that bind there, kick into the hand, roll your left shoulder back and sink your hip a little bit more. Feeling the left shoulder open, being pulled towards the back of the mat. Your heart is spread out. Nice and open. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, you can stay here or bring your right heel closer towards the butt. See if you feel that stretch on the front side of the right leg, the right quadricep. Keep twisting your shoulder open if you're here. Taking whichever variation here that we've gone through just now and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, releasing the right foot down onto the mat. Left hand comes into the inside of the left foot and you're going to turn yourself towards the side of the mat here. So your left knee is pointing towards diagonally towards the front side of the mat. Right leg is straight, toes pointed up towards the sky, coming into our side lunge. If this is difficult for you, you can find a block to prop underneath your sitting bones, or you can lift a little bit out of it. From here, we're just pausing to stretch in the inner groin area here. Hands can be on the mat for support, or you can bring it to heart center. Hold here for 5, lengthen the crown up for 4, 3, 2, on 1. See if you can bring yourself down to seated on the mat. Your left knee is pointing up towards the sky. Make any adjustments you need to make in order to feel supported here. So maybe you need a block or some cushion underneath your hips. Just try to adjust yourself so that you feel nice and stable. And if this feels inaccessible for you, that's okay, you can skip this part. We're going to try to bring our right hand to grab a hold onto the left ankle. If you can't quite do so, you can place it in front of your sitting bones or just place it wherever you can. We're going to twist, lengthen up towards the right side. So if you have your hand onto your left ankle, pushing your knee out towards the side, and inhale, you're going to open your chest up and reach your left hand towards the right toes. Keeping your right toes active, you're going to pull your right shoulder under, twisting your body open. So we don't want to collapse down like this, although that's also a stretch in its own way. We want to open our chest up. So make this your own stretch. Whatever feels good for you. Tune into the sensation of your body. And if it feels juicy wherever you are, hold it like that, even if it doesn't look like the stretch that I'm doing. Hold here for 5, 4. I know this feels really nice and juicy on to my lower back on the left side. 3, 2, on 1, lift yourself up. Once again, take a deep inhale and exhale, release that breath. Good. We're going to face the back of the mat now. Bring your left knee down and reach your right leg straight directly towards the back. Left knee is open out towards the left side. Your foot can be closer towards the bum, or if you want to, you can also open it into 90-degree angle with the left leg. But the angle between the left and the right leg is 90-degree angle. All right, we're gonna face the right leg here. So facing the back of the mat, going for a hamstring stretch on the right. Inhale to lengthen your spine up. Reach your hand nice and tall. Your right foot is nice and active. Exhale, tuck your belly in and lean forward with your chest. Reaching for what you can. Maybe you place your hands onto the mat. Maybe you grab a hold onto your feet. Maybe that's not accessible for you. Maybe you just stay and grab a hold onto your shin. As long as you feel the stretch on the back side of the right leg. From here, please breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Lift yourself up. Bring your left hand beside the left hip where your left foot is, and you're going to point your right toes. Bring the weight into the left knee and see if you can lift your hips up. So push into the left hand here, lift your hip up. Good. Your right toe will start to come to meet the mat. You're going to sweep your right arm across your body and overhead, opening into the chest. This might feel a little bit awkward, or it might feel juicy, depending on what you're used to. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep pushing your hips forward. On 1, bring your hip down onto the mat. Nice and slow here. We're going to bring our left foot across towards the right side. So now we're facing the back of the mat here. Right leg is still straight. Left foot is on the outside of the right knee. Then you're going to bend your right knee as well and bring the right foot closer towards the left hip. Preparing for a seated twist here. Lengthening the spine up, both sitting bones are grounded. Inhale to reach all the way back up. Exhale, you're going to place the left hand beside the left hip. Right elbow comes to hook onto the outside of the left leg, left knee, and you're going to twist looking over your left shoulder. Maybe you release your hand down. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, good, on 1. Return back to center. You are going to bring your hand beside the hip, fingertips pointing forward or fingertips pointing back, whatever feels good for you, for your wrist. You're going to bring your right foot down onto the mat. Your left ankle is crossed over the right knee. So coming for our seated figure of 4 pose, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart up towards your shins. You can adjust the position of the right foot depending on how tight your hips are. So if this feels tight for you, feel free to loosen it up a bit and walk your right foot towards the back side of the mat. If this feels not enough for you, you want to go a little bit further, feel free to bring it closer towards your hip. Keep pushing your chest up, growing your spine tall. Keep flexing your left foot to protect the knee for 5, 4. We're just preparing to go into the next hip opener for 3, 2, on 1. Bring your right foot across towards the left side of the mat, and then you're going to send your right knee down onto the mat. So stacking this time your left knee over the right foot and left foot over the right knee. Coming into our double pigeon pose. Keep both feet flexed to protect the knee. So your shins are stacked up exactly like blocks, and if you're finding that your left knee is lifted really high because you have really tight hips, that's completely normal. So don't feel the need to bring your left knee down towards the ankle. Depends on how open your hips are. But make sure your both sitting bones are grounded. From here, lengthen your spine up again. You can keep your hands by your side or reach them up. On the exhale, focus on leaning forward and tune into the sensation that you feel on the hips. Maybe you bring your hand down onto the mat. Maybe if they're by your side, you can crawl it forward. And maybe you allow yourself to just melt forward. Melt down like water. Imagine yourself like an ice cube melting into the mat. And the tension in your hip melts as well. Each breath is like fire, sending heat towards your hips, melting that ice cube. Maybe you close your eyes to visualize this ice cube that is your hips. Imagine burning that cube with fire, with heat. Transforming that tension into flow and fluidity. From here, I want you to relax your neck and relax your head. Very good, guys. One more last deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Open your mouth. Release the breath. Let it go. Let the tension go. Inhale. Lift yourself up. We're going to push our hips up. See if you can support yourself with your hands to push your hips up and walk your palms forward. Then walk your foot back, coming into our tabletop. Stacking the shoulder over the wrist, hips over the knees. We're facing towards the back of the mat here. Let's do 5 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to arch your back, lower your belly down, roll your shoulders back, tilt your tailbone up and look up. Exhale to round into the spine. Bring your tailbone under, tucking your chin in towards your chest. 4 more rounds just like this. Inhale, open your chest up, arch your back, look up. Exhaling to round into the spine. Inhale, arching your back, opening up. And exhale, melting inwards. 2 more rounds here. Inhale. Exhale. Can you move like water? Last round. Inhaling, open up. And exhaling, curling in. Inhale to come back to center, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up, coming into our downward dog. In our downward dog, lifting our hips up towards the sky, finding length through the spine, pushing into the mat with your hands, with your 10 fingers. Taking 5 deep breaths here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, slowly walk your feet to meet your palms at the back of the mat rather. Find a bend in your knees. Allow yourself to melt forward once again, maybe swaying left and right. Very good, guys. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time with your lower back first. And your middle back, upper back, shoulder, neck, and head. Last, roll your shoulders back, opening the palm up. Inhale, we're going to reach both arms overhead here. Interlace your fingers, press the palm up towards the sky. Open your chest up and find a slight back bend, leaning back. Engaging your belly, engaging your glutes to protect your lower back. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, swan, open your arms out nice and wide, swan dive down towards the mat, coming into your forward fold once again. Inhale, find that halfway lift, fingertips on the mat or onto your shins, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart forward. Good, then planting your palm down. This time, step your left foot towards the back of the mat. Left knee comes down. Preparing for a low lunge. Hands to interlace, pressing into the right thighs here. Right knee stacked over the ankle. Sink your hips down and lean your body back, opening through the chest, the shoulders. Sucking your belly in and engaging the glutes here. Tucking your tailbone under, hold here for 5, 4, 3, can you open up a little bit more for 2? On 1, release the hand towards the side, lift and lengthen up towards the sky. Then right hand comes beside the right hip or on the right thigh, right knee. Sink your hips down and lean your body towards the right side. Reaching your left hand over towards the right and feel length being created on the left side of the body down through your hip flexor. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Releasing the left hand down onto the mat. Both hands come to meet the mat or the block or bring them onto your hips. Straighten into the right leg, left hip still over the left knee. Flexing your right feet up towards the sky. Right leg is straight here. Inhale to lengthen. Tuck your belly in. Bring your chest forward. And find length, pushing the crown of your head forward towards the back of the mat. Maybe your fingertips come to graze the mat or the block. If you have your hand here, maybe you see if you can melt your heart down a little bit more. Bringing your forehead closer towards your shins, towards your toes. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Left hand stays on the mat or onto the block. Inhale, reach the right arm up for a moment. Then on the exhale, shift your hips forward. Once again, bending into the right knee. Left hand plants on the same level as the right foot. Inhale to sweep the right arm towards the front side of the mat, opening your chest up, coming for this twist. Again, you can stay here or start to bend into the left knee and grab a hold onto the left foot or the ankle. Twisting your right shoulder open, pushing your right shoulder back, spreading wide across the chest, kicking into the right hand with the left foot. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay here or bring your left heel closer towards the bum. Keep spreading nice and wide across the chest and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Releasing the hand from the foot if they were there. If not, bringing both hands on the inside of the right foot and turn onto your left heel. So your right toe pointing 45 degrees towards the back side of the mat. Knee pointing up towards the sky. Left leg is straight. Left toes pointing up towards the sky, shooting towards the front. Hands come into heart center, using your elbows to push your knee out towards the side and lengthen the spine up, or bringing both hands for more support onto the mat. Again, if this feels uncomfortable for you and you need some support underneath your sitting bones, feel free to grab a block, some cushion, a pillow, whatever you need here. Hold here for 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, 1. Send your hip down onto the mat or onto the block. Find your seat here. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. It might not feel super comfortable, but you feel supported. Left hand comes to grab a hold onto the right ankle, or you can just place it onto the mat. On the inhale, you're going to lengthen your spine up and reach your right hand over towards the left side, pushing your left shoulder forward, your right shoulder back. Finding that lateral alignment with your body. Maybe your hand comes to grab a hold onto the toes. Can't find my toes. And twist yourself open. Maybe not, that's not the point. The point is to feel the stretch, and you might feel it in the inside of the left thigh, of the left inner groin, and also on the right lower back. I know I feel it a lot here in the right lower back. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, beautiful. On 1, lift yourself up again. We're gonna bring our right knee down onto the mat. Right heel, right foot, closer towards the right bum. And open the left leg up towards the front of the mat here. 90-degree angle with your leg. Left toes pointed up. Keep it nice and activated. Inhale to reach your left arms up towards the sky, lengthen up. On the exhale, lean forward, reaching for the front of the mat with your hands. Maybe you just grab a hold onto your shins, roll your shoulders back, push your chest forward, and melt as much as you can. Try to keep your right sitting bone also grounded. I know sometimes you tend to want to lift it up so that we can reach a little bit further, but push your right hip back, square your hips here, square your shoulders. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lifting out of this fold. Right hand comes beside the right foot, the right hip. Bring the weight into the right knee and into the right hand. You're going to push into the right hand here. Lift your hips up. Sweep your left hand overhead, pointing your left toes. Maybe the left toes come to meet the front of the mat. Open your chest up. Push your hips forward and hold for 5, 4. I love this stretch. Nice and juicy. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hips back down into the mat. You're going to sweep your right leg across over towards the left side. Bend into the left knee and bring your left heel closer towards the right bum. So you're coming into your seated twist here once again. Both sitting bones are grounded. Inhale to reach both arms up, lengthen. Exhale, twist towards the right this hand, right hand behind the right hip, behind the hips, left elbow outside of right knee. Opening your chest up, Lengthen the spine up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return back to center. Bring your left foot onto the mat here. Both hands come behind. Right ankle is over the left knee, coming for your seated figure of 4. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart up. Keep flexing through the right ankle to protect the right knee, and we're going to hold here for 5, 4, preparing for a double pigeon for 3, 2, on 1, walk your left foot over towards the right side of the mat and stack your right knee over the left ankle. So left foot stacked over the left knee, right knee stacked over the left ankle. Both feet are flexed. If you look between your legs, you'll see a triangle shape in the middle. And again, doesn't matter if your right knee doesn't quite come down a touch. If it's really high like this, your hips are just a little bit tighter, and that's okay. Be kind to your body wherever you are today. Inhale to lengthen up. Hands can be onto the legs, beside your hips, or reaching all the way up. On the exhale, leaning forward. Maybe your hand comes down onto the mat in front of you. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, sending your sitting bones deeper into the mat here, pushing it back. Maybe you melt all the way down like an ice cube. And just notice if your right side is tighter than your left side, or if your left side is tighter than your right. Staying here with your breath, visualizing your breath as the heat that goes to melt that ice cube of your hips, that tension in your hips that has been built up over time. Try to relax your neck and relax your head here as well, relaxing your shoulders. Deep breath. Good. One more last deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Release the breath out. Slowly bringing yourself back up. And bring the hands behind. Bring both feet onto the mat. Hips width apart. You're just going to drop both knees down to the right. Come back to center and drop both knees down to the left. Do this a couple of rounds, just to release into the hips here from holding that pose just now. And we'll go for a couple of last stretches to finish off our class. A couple of hip opening poses. Very good. Coming back to center, bring the soles of the feet together. Let's go for a butterfly pose. Opening the soles of the feet nice and wide, lengthening the spine up, pushing the knees down. Your feet are open just like books. Rolling your shoulders back, lengthen the spine up. On the exhale, you're going to lean forward. Chest comes forward. Using your elbows to push the knee out towards the side. Try to lengthen the spine forward and stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing yourself back up to center. Crossing your legs and come into a cross-legged seat. Hands onto your knees. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, you're going to push your heart forward, opening the chest up. And exhale to round into the spine. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, come back to center. Chin still in towards the chest. Close your eyes. And let's just take some neck rolls here. Dropping the right ear closer towards the right shoulder. On the inhale, rolling your head back. And coming towards the left. Rolling your head forward. Going at your own pace here, you can move nice and slow. Feel into the juiciness that is stretching out those neck. The neck tends to be a part that we like to tense up without even knowing it. So take a moment to just give it some love. Infuse some liquid of love into that neck of yours. All right, let's switch sides here. Going the other direction, opposite of the direction you were going in just now. And again, moving nice and slow. Handling that head, that neck of yours with much care. And whenever you're ready, coming back to center. Opening the palms up and dropping your shoulders down, closing your eyes for a moment. Tuning into your body. Just taking a moment and notice the difference in how your body might feel now compared to before we started this stretch class. Does it feel a little bit more fluid? Perhaps you feel like a completely new person. And from here, as we sit in stillness, imagine that there's water falling from above your head, coming from the universe, washing both your physical body and energetic body of all that no longer serves you. To find fluidity, find flow, we've got to release all that is keeping us stuck. So asking yourself, what is keeping you stuck? What is holding yourself stuck? What is building that tension inside your body? What is it that makes your body clench? And whatever it is, allow this fountain of love from the universe to release your body, to wash your body of all that is keeping you stuck. And with each inhale, you breathe in new life and new possibilities. Feel yourself being renewed, reborn with each breath. Using this life force to carry you into your day and allow you to find that sense of flow. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. I hope you're feeling much more refreshed and stretched out, and I will see you again on the mat very soon.